Every morning before sunrise, a tired single-dad janitor quietly swept the hospital corridor, never expecting anyone to even notice him. But one winter dawn, he saw a young soldier struggling with her newborn, hands shaking, uniform damp with tears. He stepped forward only to help, unaware that this single act of kindness would expose a secret that would shake the entire Navy base, bring him face to face with the Admiral, and change his life forever. Ethan Malik had lived most of his life in the shadows. As a single dad, he worked 2 jobs, janitor by dawn, warehouse helper by night, just to keep a roof over his 8-year-old son Noah's head. Every morning, he arrived at Ridgeview Military Hospital long before anyone else, when the halls were silent and the world still felt half asleep. He worked quietly, pushing his mop with the same determination he gave to raising his son. Life hadn't been kind to him, but he had learned to smile anyway. One freezing morning, as the wind howled outside the big glass windows, he noticed someone curled on a bench near the pediatric wing, a young soldier, barely in her 20s, clutching a tiny baby wrapped in a fading military blanket. Her boots were muddy, her hair messy beneath her cap, and her eyes carried the exhaustion of 1,000 unspoken battles. She kept rocking the baby, whispering something, but her voice trembled. Ethan paused. He had seen all kinds of people during his early shifts, but something about her felt different. Maybe it was the way she tried to compose herself every time a nurse walked by, or how she wiped her tears quickly so no one would suspect she needed help. He recognized that strength, because he had lived it himself. "Rough morning?" he asked softly. Startled, she nodded, embarrassed. She told him her name was Sergeant Lily Harper, recently returned from deployment but unable to get proper housing yet. Her baby girl, Hope, born prematurely, needed early morning checkups every day. Lily didn't have family, and she didn't want to appear weak in front of her unit. So she came alone, cold, tired, and unsure how long she could keep going. Ethan didn't press. Instead, he brought her warm water from the staff lounge, offered his own extra blanket he kept for long shifts, and watched Hope with tenderness that only a parent could understand. Lily noticed how he made the baby smile instantly, how his voice soothed her. From that morning on, an unspoken routine formed. Every dawn, before the world woke, Ethan helped Lily carrying her baby bag, warming bottles, holding Hope when Lily looked too tired to stand. He never asked for anything in return. He didn't even know her last name. All he knew was that she was fighting an invisible war, and he could lighten the load for a few minutes a day. What Ethan never realized was that every action he took was being silently recorded on the security cameras. And someone very important, had begun asking questions about the janitor who kept appearing in the footage, comforting a soldier and her child with more kindness than anyone on the base. A storm was coming. Ethan, unaware, kept showing up with his worn-out shoes, gentle heart, and quiet strength, never imagining that the truth about Lily's identity would soon blow his life wide open. The icy dawns continued, and Ethan's bond with Lily and baby Hope grew stronger. He never pried into her life, only helped her navigate the harsh mornings, and in return, she helped him feel like he wasn't completely invisible. Noah, Ethan's son, even started drawing little pictures for Hope, tiny hearts, little soldiers, stick figure families holding hands. Lily kept them folded inside her uniform pocket like treasures. But as the days passed, whispers began circulating throughout the hospital. Nurses wondered who the young soldier was who always came before sunrise. Some noticed she never checked in through the main desks. Others whispered that high-ranking officials had been visiting the base unusually often. Something felt off, but no one dared ask. One morning, Lily arrived shaken. She didn't speak at first, just clutched Hope to her chest while tears streamed silently down her face. Ethan didn't ask what happened. He simply offered his shoulder, and she leaned into him just for a moment before apologizing like she had committed a crime. When she finally spoke, her voice cracked. "I messed up, Ethan. I think I'm in trouble." Before he could calm her, the hallway filled with the sharp echo of boots. Officers in crisp uniforms approached with urgent steps. Nurses froze. Doors opened and closed in a ripple of shock. For a moment, Ethan wondered if something dangerous had happened somewhere else in the hospital. But then the officers walked straight toward them. Lily stiffened. She held Hope tighter. Ethan instinctively stepped beside her, shielding her slightly, unsure why. Then the crowd parted. And Admiral Helena Harper, one of the most feared and respected leaders in the Navy, stepped forward. Ethan's breath stopped. Lily's face drained of color. The Admiral didn't look angry, she looked hurt and relieved. Her voice trembled. "Lily, why didn't you come home? Why did you hide this from me?" The world tilted. Lily Harper. Harper. Admiral Harper. Ethan felt a jolt in his chest as the truth hit him like a tidal wave. Lily wasn't just any soldier. She was the Admiral's only daughter, the one rumored to have cut ties with her family after a traumatic deployment. The one commanders whispered about when they thought no one was listening. Ethan stepped back, not wanting to seem like he had interfered in something far above his place. He suddenly felt small, just a janitor with worn shoes and calloused hands, standing between a powerful admiral and her daughter. But the Admiral turned toward him. Her expression was unreadable at first, but then her eyes softened with something surprising: respect. "I've watched the security footage for weeks," she said quietly. "I know who you are, Ethan Malik. I know what you've done for my daughter and my granddaughter. And I know what you sacrificed for your own child." Lily gasped. Ethan froze. The Admiral continued, her voice now firm with authority. "You didn't know her identity. Yet you helped her every single day, with no rank, no recognition, no obligation. You showed more honor in those halls than most men show in their entire careers." Ethan felt his throat tighten. He tried to speak but couldn't. Then came the moment that changed everything. The Admiral stepped closer, looked him directly in the eyes, and said, "From this day forward, you are not invisible. And you will not struggle alone again." Lily reached out and grabbed Ethan's hand, tears falling freely now, not from fear, but relief. In an instant, Ethan's quiet world burst open with truth, emotion, and possibilities he had never dared dream of. A single dad janitor, who only wanted to help, had unknowingly walked into the lives of people who could change his fate forever.